kaitiakitanga. And kaitiakitanga is focused on bicultural supervision. Not that I enjoy the word supervision, because kaitiakitanga transcends the notions of supervision. And so, and that's what we're doing now, is lifting the game of supervision into the realm of kaitiakitanga. Yes.
If you were to explain that to people from America and Canada who perhaps aren't familiar with either supervision or kaitiakitanga, much less kaiko, what would you say?
Okay. I don't know if I want to say anything else, because then it places a different connotation on it.
It's only your connotation that matters.
Okay, so a facilitator, trainer, lecturer in the realm of supervision. Supervision is, professional supervision is required particularly in the social work industries, and more in health and education. And it could be seen as like a mentor, but now it's becoming legislated. So then it's becoming a real industrial notion of, you must have supervision from someone who is experienced in the field.
So you're teaching from a Māori perspective. Most of your students, and you're in a Māori organisation, are most of your students Māori? Or?
In the course that we're running at the moment, probably 55 to 60% are Māori. The rest are from Pacific Island nations. And we have one Scots and a couple of Pākehā.
And in previous years, what's the ratio been like in terms of Indigenous versus non-Indigenous?
Majority Māori.
Majority Māori?
Yeah, up to about 80%. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, slightly off beat, but how do they, in general, balance the idea of Māori practice versus the requirements of social work practice?
Right. And that's the art of facilitation, is being able to be firm in the knowledge of Te Ao Māori, and then implementing that in a Pākehā environment.
So out of interest, is there a particular Māori model of Te Ao Māori, the world of Māori, that they mainly ascribe to, or do they find a personalised pathway to that?
Personalised. It's based, we encourage them to go back to their own tribal links, what their tribal stories are, and figure them out from there. What we deliver, and the curriculum introduction, is a lot of it's from Tainui, because I'm writing the curriculum. So obviously Tainui is the centre of the universe, so they get that, and then obviously with the proviso, you need to go and get your own. Yeah. So the writings that are in there, predominantly from Tainui, they get their own, and then we bring those stories back, and then figure out how they can implement those, or live, more than anything, live those concepts of Te Ao Māori in the industries they work in.
Awesome. Do you hear back from any of them after they finish to see how it's going?
Yeah, we keep a pretty good tab on where they are. 2 years ago, we had a group of 6 who created their own consultancy based on kaitiakitanga.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's part of their notion. So they have healers and professional supervisors, but all under the umbrella of kaitiakitanga.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then other people have just left their employments because there's no way that they're able to stay in the same space. So they find places where they can operate. A lot of them, let me not be so general, but a number of them have gone out on their own.
Yeah.
Because you can't find it.
No.
And particularly, even in Māori organisations, when they're so hooked into the contractual obligations, and can't see the transcending power of Te Ao Māori over it, they can't do it.
No.
Yeah, it's too hard.
No.
But I keep saying, you follow the tikanga, the contract will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Because it will. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah. That's because you've had lots of experience in managing contracts, and perhaps for them it's a little bit too new of a game to understand that if you put the whānau first.
Yeah.
The contract
Well, it's like at Ōrākei, managing the contracts there, just turn it on its ear, particularly to focus on things Māori, and to do it in a Māori way, the best that I knew how and the best that the staff knew how. And the contract quotas and conditions were taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
But and same in the social work, when I was managing social workers in Huntly. We had people leave who were raised Māori, raised on the marae, but couldn't make the transition from leaving tikanga at home and working the contract at work.
Yeah.
And I was saying to her, because she was the supervisor for the contract, I was saying, bring the tikanga at home and leave the contract outside, and it'll take care of itself. She couldn't bring that together. No. Beautiful woman, beautiful in her mahi, and had it all there from a social work perspective. But what I wanted was her tikanga to come into the workplace.
But we saw this in primary care even in the mid-90s, didn't we? With the Māori health providers, with the GP practices, and some didn't have GPs.
Yeah.
That sort of raruraru, that argument about where tikanga fits with delivery of services that are contracted by the government.
Yeah, I see no conflict.
No.
You just you gotta be vigilant in making sure that the compliance is taken care of or reported, so that it calms the compliance officers down.
Yeah.
But the mahi itself can't be prescribed by contracts.
No. Working with a whānau.
So